What's going on, guys? It's Tom and I'm back here today with another video. Now this is a review of my custom AAT. Now yesterday I built the newer version, which everybody's been criticising because it looks more like the Micro Fighters version more than anything else, and because it's so small. And I quite liked it, just be looking at the box art and stuff, but then I built it and I did realise, but I'm not regretting the decision. Figures are cool and it's quite a nice little set. But I wanted to build one that wasn't huge but did fit. If I wanted to make a mock with them with that AAT, then it would fit really nicely with it, because the one from 1999 is quite a lot larger than is the other sand one. So I decided to try and build my own and spent an hour and a half or 2 hours building this. And it's quite cool. It's a bit taller than I would have liked. In my opinion, it looks a bit like a Dalek. But of course it's not perfect because it was just out of pieces I had. Just show you a bit of it. Like you can see, I had to use a brown slope instead because I didn't have enough of the tan. But yeah, I think it turned out quite well, but it is very fragile with certain components such as the side panelling just along there. But it does have the thrusters like the newer one does. So I'm going to just take this apart now and then I'll show you how it's put together. So here we have the deconstructed model, starting with the base, which is mainly brick built with a lot of slopes. Also dark tan running up the side as the stripe, as is shown in the AAT from the newest one that I actually built, which is also a really nice idea because it adds the effect as if it was all tan it would be very plain and boring. Definitely a good addition, I think. Using these jumper plates, as I don't have much dark tan and this all came from the Ramses pyramid pretty much. Using these corner tile pieces, which adds the curve effect really well, I think, and I'm glad I used them. This arch piece at the front where the cannons would shoot out of is where the flick fire missiles are on the newer version. It's the same width as the newer version, as I was aiming for them to be around the same size, as would go very nicely as a pair. We have these plates underneath as the general skeleton with these bricks inside. The main head is on two hinges. This hinge which moves forward onto the two half cylindrical pieces, and then the spine of it which has the hinge at the bottom which connects onto the base. So in theory it hinges up here and then hinges back here, so that should be straight, but that's not the case because of the bricks that are in the way. So that's one of the reasons why it doesn't balance very well, so the head is leaning back slightly. When you connect it on here, what's very clever, and I wanted this to really work, is that these lock into place on these bricks here, so it will stay quite firm. These side panels, which add to the effect of the curve on the main body of it, connect onto some bracket pieces on the head. And then these thrusters connect on to a brick on the lower part of the head, which also raise the head to make it more sturdy. And also are there for the effect because they are in the newer version, of course, and look really cool. And then kind of fitting the cannon, falls off at the end. Goes on. Should stay on though. Won't go on. Like so. Yep, there we go. So it all connects together quite well. It is very fragile and will not work the majority of the time. One element will go wrong at least. So there we go, that's the final product, and I'm going to just compare it now to the new model. So just a quick comparison now to finish off. The newer model is of course better just because it's had these pieces in mind that it needed, and then it also has playability because it's not fragile at all, being able to manoeuvre and having the cockpit. But I am really happy with mine, how it turned out compared to it. If you blur your eyes a bit, you can envision the AAT, and in my opinion, if you blur your eyes a bit, it does look a bit more like the proper AAT, so I like it. I do like the new model in a sense, but it is very small, and I do, to be honest, I really like the brickwork in the base, as maybe that's just me thinking of the other AATs and just thinking, even though they are the big slab, the corner curved slope pieces, even though they are using that, I think of the AAT using more brick-like formations, so I do prefer the base on mine, to be honest. But apart from that, this AAT is a lot better, especially the cannons and stuff. But you've got to remember, this is just out of pieces I had, and I haven't collected at all for it, so I'm happy with how it turned out, and I hope you guys hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to leave a comment in the space down below, and I'll see you in the next video.